Hello everyone, I am Robin Savoy, and today I will be talking about the heart. I will be introducing the heart to you guys. But first, a general introduction. I am going to be starting the health and medicine course. Well, actually I have started it, but I'm going to start to explain it. This is mainly from Khan Academy, which is a free website, not sponsored, but I am very fond of it. But I also have my knowledge from other websites and sources of the internet. So, Unit 1 is the introduction to the human body systems. So this will be the circulatory system and many others. Basically, we are going to be covering major organ systems, general anatomy. There is also a unit about how the arm bones connect to the shoulder bone. And of course, how organs work together to keep you alive. So that's what we will be introducing you to, or I will be. There's no other collaborator, sorry about that. You'll have to do with me. But for the next 9 videos, we will just be talking about the circulatory system, meaning the heart, the veins and the arteries, how your blood gets oxygenated and goes through your body. It's very interesting. 1.1.1, so the very first chapter, is Meet the Heart. So I will be just introducing you guys to the heart. And yeah, so where is the heart? As you can see here, the not emoji heart shape is right here. This is your heart. It is located between the 2 lungs, and of course you use your lungs to breathe, and you do that with the diaphragm. This is a thin muscle below your heart and lungs that you use to breathe. Now, why do I tell you about the diaphragm? That's so that you can understand the thorax. The thorax is just a general term to conclude the place where the heart, lungs and diaphragm is located. So this is entirely the thorax. Your heart and lungs and diaphragm are protected by the rib cage, so that you do not die of a little bump. Now, before I tell you about all of this on screen, I need to quickly explain to you what the difference between the pulmonary flow and the systemic flow is. So there are 2 kinds of flow that your heart as a pump performs. First, you have the pulmonary flow. This is the flow that your heart does to get deoxygenated blood from your heart to the lungs. When your blood is in your lungs, the cells will oxygenate and be removed of any waste. If you do not understand what the waste of blood cells is, I'll give you a very common example. That is carbon dioxide. Is found very commonly in blood cells and is a waste that is removed in the lungs during the pulmonary flow. So I'm going to show you actually here. It goes to the lungs. The waste, like carbon dioxide, gets removed. The blood cells get oxygenated and they go back to the heart. So that's the pulmonary flow. Then the systemic flow is larger. I was going to say a bit, but it's actually quite larger. It's what your arteries transport blood to the rest of the body. This also includes the heart, the toes, your ear, just everywhere. It goes throughout your whole body except for the lungs, because that is called the pulmonary flow. So it's very important because our blood cells need oxygen and nutrients. Without those, we cannot live. And the waste needs to be removed. So your heart is a pump, and it pumps blood, meaning it absorbs blood and it pushes it back out. So I'm going to give you a very superficial explanation of the difference between arteries and veins. If you want a more detailed version of that explanation, you are going to have to wait or watch part 7 of this series, because there are 9 videos about the heart, and the 7th one is going to be about the difference between arteries and veins. But now we are just going to keep it simple. The arteries transport blood throughout the whole body, so they go from the heart to the body, and the veins collect blood from the entire body. Then we are going to talk about the coronary blood vessels. So you see these green circles, these are where the coronary blood vessels are located. Because blood is being nourished in the entire body, the vessels of the heart need to be nourished as well. There are also cells in the heart. So the coronary blood vessels take care of that. They serve the heart, and these are part of the systemic flow, because it goes from your heart to, well, your heart, which is part of the rest of the body. If it would be part of the lungs, then it would be part of the pulmonary flow, which it is, of course, not. Our body lives on cells. That's why every single cell has to be waste removed, has to have nutritions, and of course oxygen. To be honest, that is all I wanted to talk to you about. Now you've gotten a little anatomy about the heart and the lungs, and of course a bit of physiology, how the pulmonary flow and the systemic flow works. We are going to go deeper in this in upcoming videos, but this is an introduction. I hope you got excited, because there's nothing more exciting than learning about how your body works. And in the next video we will be talking about the flow through the heart. So if you're excited and you're curious to know how blood flows through the heart in details, then definitely watch my next video. Thank you for watching, and cheers.